Hi, my name is Carlos. I heard about this stem cell procedures through my sister. She came to the office once, met Dr. Ham, and she knew I had bad knees from being in the Navy for 12 years, jumping out of planes, being on board ships, which we walk and go up the steps on metal decks. And of course, playing football throughout my years didn't help either. About a year and a half ago or so, I started feeling my joints and my knees were, getting pretty bad, and they got really bad where I couldn't, when I would get out of bed, it would take me at least 2 or 3 steps before I could get going, and I could feel the pain. And I'm the type of guy that can handle the pain, but it just got too much. And then I like running. I always done sports, but I was not able to do any sports anymore. Even throwing a football around it would hurt because I would have to run, and I was really in pain. So I decided to visit Dr. Ham's office here in Weston. I thought I'd give it a shot. It's worth it. I heard about it. I did some research, so I finally decided to come in, which was probably the best thing that I could ever do for my knees. I know some of you may think that this is an expensive procedure, but from my experience, every penny that I invested in my knees is totally worth it. It's been a little bit over 4 months now. I could definitely feel the difference, especially when going down the steps before. I would have a really hard time going down the steps because it would hurt me. As a matter of fact, I would turn sideways to go down the steps, and I would hold on to the rail with my hands. And it was just hard getting around. And after having the procedure done, I can. And the other thing, I had pain. It was a constant pain, but it wasn't that bad. But it was always there, so it was very discomfort. Even when trying to sleep, I would wake up in pain sometimes. But I decided to go ahead and do the procedure, and I started noticing the difference probably about 45 days into it. I noticed that the pain wasn't that bad, and I was able to start, getting out from the desk because I have a desk job, and I would have, I would sit down 2 3 hours, and I would have a really hard time getting up. I would have to get up, with my arms holding the desk, and maybe about 3 weeks ago, I noticed that I was getting up with easier. And as days go on, I noticed a lot of progression with my knees. They don't hurt as much. Um, I went down to the tennis open at Key Biscayne the other day, and we went up the steps to the bleachers, and then it was time to get a beer. Hey, I had to go down to the bleachers. I'm like, oh no, my knees are gonna hurt. But then I started taking a couple of steps, and I'm like, wow, I don't feel any pain, and I hadn't even had a beer yet. So, but I noticed I just went down really easy. I was very happy because I had no pain at all, and it's been improving ever since. I had my procedure done on January 9th. I would recommend this to anyone. As a matter of fact, 3 people that I know of have already gone through the procedure, and they're experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing. So trust me, the knees, do not get surgery because that's the worst thing that you can do. I had friends that got in surgery, and they're still in pain, and they're suffering. It takes them like 3 or 4 months before they can even start moving. In my opinion, this is the best procedure I have found, and I'm glad I did it, and I would recommend to anybody out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.